Carol. I am in my kitchen today, and as I promised earlier or last week, that I was going to come back into my kitchen because of the fact that there are some things that I have been doing to transition into the fall, finish transitioning my kitchen to the fall. But what I am doing today is just wiping down some things with I use this Mrs. Miles different fragrances, and this right here is basil scent. And I love all of her smells, all of her fragrances. But anyway, I am doing it. If you don't have that, I would not stress to you to even get it because of the fact that I find that social media good in a whole lot of ways, but it has an intimidation effect for people. I hear people saying, different ones saying to other YouTubers or Instagrammers or whatever, I can't afford that. And you know, don't worry about that. Just do what it is that you can do, and don't worry about what you can and cannot afford, and don't let anyone intimidate you and feeling as if that you are inadequate or you are not measuring up. Okay, so in saying all of that, you get whatever it is that you feel that you can afford to do, and if you can't afford it, don't worry about it. It's not a deal breaker, you know. That doesn't dictate who you are. That is not what it's all about. I believe that we share things that we are doing and we are preparing for fall, but maybe that's not what you do, but you would like to do it. I would say to you, try to go out into your yard or your roadways or however you know where you live and get some fresh foliage. And Mother Nature do not change and transition everything over at one time. It's a gradual transition. So if you happen to go out and you say, well, I don't see any fall colors right now, but truthfully of the matter is, there is fall colors out there. Mother Nature gradually changes from one hue to the next. So if you get some foliage or branches and you bring it into your home, make sure you get the bugs off. Wash it very good and get the bugs off. Then you would be able to keep them for a couple of weeks, and after that you would be able to change into the color hues that is beginning to change gradually. Okay, that is coming from someone that has been doing this for a while, not necessarily on YouTube, but been doing and keeping house for a long time and never had the money to do it with. So I learned how to do things without it. I had shared with you that this little black metal thing that you saw in my corner was a paper towel holder. I have used paper towels on it, probably will again, but right now I feel that budget-wise or whatever, I feel that what they are one of the last things that I have to worry about is buying a bunch of paper towels, and they can be pretty costly, to be honest with you, if you want a good quality paper towel. So what I do, I came up in what they call old school. Old school, we didn't use no paper towels. We used what we had. If we needed to clean our windows, we used newspaper. If we had it whereas that we wanted to do something around in the kitchen or whatever, we use what you call a hand towel, or we call it a cup towel. So let me put it back over here so I can show you. I just use regular towels on my rack over here. And since we're decorating for fall, I am going to use just a regular fall type gray, this towel here. You can see it's pretty good. It has that sack back thing on it. I'm going to drop that over here on this particular towel holder. I'm going to loop it around so it won't fall off. That can go for two different things for me. It can go for a decoration. It can go for when I want to grab something off and dry my hands or whatever. And I am going to use this towel as well. I use it to dry my hands or whatever. I drape it up here. See, still decorating. Double duty. Double duty. Don't go out and be buying something just for decoration. Make sure that you use it for a purpose that you can decorate as well as be useful. Be function. Make the stuff function for you. This is another towel that I show you that I purchased from Amazon. You get 24 in the pack. And like I told you before, and excuse me, and that can be also a part of decoration, or you can take it off and dry your dishes or your hands with it. I say dry your dishes because it's white and it's easily stained. Okay? And so I'm going to set it here, but I am going to let you see. That's the outcome of it. All right. So, to add just a little taste of fall here, and let me tell you what I am also doing. I'm going to keep this little guy right over here. I picked them up at a thrift store, I believe $2.99. And this here, shop your home. Don't worry about having to run out and try to see what someone else is doing in their home as far as on YouTube or any other social media. Do what it is that you feel that you can do. This right here is a casserole dish holder. I use this. It's made out of wire, black, wrought iron type. I have several of them around, and I am going to put this towel on top of it. You could do the same. And I am going to set it over here against the wall. I am going to show you all of this once I finish with it. Okay, let me put that. I normally keep that away. I keep this up here to clean my hands with all the time. I set that right up there. I have a moisturizer that I also keep because during this time that we're living in, we washes our hands constantly, and so mine tend to dry out. This was a live artichoke. I know that artichokes can be costly. I have some faux artichokes, but if you get this, it takes on a whole different new texture. Just set it, decorate it where you want to put it at, and let it dry out. That's what it's going to do. It's going to take on all of this kind of patina, and it's going to take on this shape. So I am going to place that artichoke right back over here where I got it from, and I am going to use some foliage leaves. Let me say this to you. This is very old, and when I say very old, I'm talking about a decade old, okay? I purchased these in a garland years back from, I won't even say it had a Walmart when I purchased this. It probably didn't even come from a Walmart. It probably came from another little general dollar store or whatever. But what I did is I separated them and took them off the garland, and I always kept them. I would put them in a safe place in a box or a bag and keep them from year to year. So I am going to use some of just a little. I want to do just a little touch of fall decor. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to overpower it, okay? But I put that over there, and that's where I am going to show you all of it. Just work with me, okay? And you also can get some of these from, it's a bundle that you can get from Walmart. and I cut the stems off, and you can place them around wherever you want to place them at. I think I will place this right up here along with the one that I just put it at, and that's going to work. I have some cinnamon sticks, and I have some other little twigs or whatever. I don't even know what you call them, but they're just little twigs that came in a bag, and I set those around in different places. I'm not going to use them right now because of the fact that I am finished with this side. I still just want to wipe it down just a little, and I am going to re-show you what I had showed you a couple of weeks ago, that I was transitioning into fall. But I have finished. I am not going to add any more. Be very minimum with your decor. Don't compare yourself with anyone else. Don't compare yourself with me. Don't compare yourself with any other YouTuber. You do not know their story, and I don't know your story. You don't know my story. So you do what makes you feel comfortable. And just learn, pick some of the things that you see. You can find your way as to creating your own design, your own texture, okay? That's what I say to you. Now I am going to just show you a couple of things. I am going to drop that in here, and don't mind me, okay? But anyway, let me show you. This is what I did put together. As I was saying, a little touch of fall. If it looks like it's a little too much for you, it's just towels thrown over so that you're going to use them, wash them, and put those back. Okay. Here I added a pumpkin. This is old as well. You're going to see where the other two, it was 3. It's a set of 3. So I used one there. As you know, a lot of these items are thrift. Don't worry about it. Thrift items works fine. Okay, you remember that this was a blueberry bush here. Okay, blueberry bush. But I got some of those same picks, stuck them in because Mother Nature do not change overnight and gradually change over, and nothing to me is any more prettier than to see some green popping through with some berries with some leaves also intertwined coming through. Always shop Dollar Tree. That's my Dollar Tree lamp. Now I'm going to take you up here. That's an old kombucha bottle. I drank everything out of. I believe in upcycling, recycling, and preserving and using things over again. There is a rolling pin that I have had. Don't make a pie. Don't make anything. But back in the day, I used to call myself making some cookies and things for my children. But I use some of those same picks. And that is a Target dollar spot. $3 for that. Go up here. Same thing. You don't have to bother and stress yourself trying to compare yourself. Be creative. We can do this thing without intimidation. I see people are intimidated by it. Don't let it bother you. We are helpers and learners and teachers of one another. Okay, thrift item. I told you that I uses it for my bagels. Right now, I'm using it for a bag of assortment, vegetables, and fruit that I got in a bag. Ooh, my God. How long has it been when I had it? I sometimes use it in a basket. Sometimes I just use it and set it out. You could do the same thing. Just buy your bag, comes in a big bag, separate it, put it throughout your home. Yes, Carolyn had to finally get her a new tea kettle. The one I had corroded under the bottom, and it had played its time out. So I did get a new tea kettle from Amazon. And I love it. It's silver and gold. I have already talked about my backsplash. This been up here, my kitchen, my roofs. Only thing I did is put a towel in it to add just a little bit more texture. And your thing is to make things cozy. That's what you're after. You're trying to make things cozy and not too airy because we're entering into a fall season. Okay. You know I always keep dishes out. This is a wire container that you can put things in. Set it out. I place some of my china dishes in it. I am an old school girl, so I use old school style with some new style and I blend it all together. This is like I showed you that came from Target, salt and pepper. Here's my other towel with Simply Carol. I keep that up here along with my china. Someone asked me one time, how many sets of china do you have? When you've been keeping house as long as I have, you may have a lot of them. Okay, up here is the same thing. I thank you for coming along. There again, thanks for coming along. Yes, here is the other two pumpkins I was telling you about. Some Walmart foliage and a gathering basket, cotton. I've been having that. Oh wow, about 6 years I know. Pine cone and a pheasant. I can't have focus on it right now, but thanks for coming along. I enjoy having you. I enjoy you going with me on this journey for fall. Make sure you click like, subscribe, share, and comment. Have a wonderful and blessed time decorating for the fall.